This is the DroneMask 2. As the name suggests, it is a mask used for flying your drone. You connect everything up to your phone, slip the phone into this front zip pocket here, and then start flying said drone. But DroneMask reached out to me asking if I wanted to review this product, and I don't have a drone. But that isn't a problem, as they want me to drop the drone and review this as an immersive gaming headset. So colour me intrigued. Welcome everybody, my name is Doragon and this is my review of the DroneMask 2.
This headset costs $179 US. For that money, you get this box and all of the goodies inside. It is a premium unboxing experience. The headset is contained in sturdy packaging, which, as you can see from my box, did its job of protecting the cargo well. In the box, you get the headset itself in a lovely storage and carry pouch, which also includes a soft microfiber cleaning cloth. You also get some highly recommended reading material in the instruction manual and a nice little welcome card. The big win here for me is that you also get every cable that you could possibly require for use with this headset. A USB-C to C cable, a lightning cable, and even an adapter to go from USB-C to micro USB. The cables all seem super premium too, allowing full speed data transfers and charging, which I imagine is very useful for drone flying, its originally intended use case, let alone immersive mobile gaming. Once extracted, the headset itself does feel nice. Upon taking it out of its storage pouch, I noticed premium materials and build quality, thick elastic straps for wearing of the DroneMask 2, and excellent sewing all round for a secure fit. Your phone will go into the mask via this front zip panel. It easily flips open, and the phone is to be held in place by these elasticated clips. This is my first challenge point with the headset, and it is a twofold challenge. Now my first point is more of a concern than anything I can accurately comment on right now, and that is the longevity of this grip system. This elastic is much lighter weight than elsewhere on the DroneMask 2, and with my personal flagship phone of the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, it is stretched to the ends of its ability. With constant use, I'm not sure how long such a design will last before perishing. My second point is based around my phone. I own a flagship device, the best of the best that Samsung offered in 2022. It is big and it is heavy. I have to take the phone out of its protective case to put it into the DroneMask 2, which is an annoyance, not a problem. But this phone weighs 230 grams, so when it is in the mask and on my face, it is very front heavy, pulling the headset forward and down. From my testing, I haven't really found a way to combat that weight situation. There are adjustment buckles on every head strap to get a secure fit as possible, and you can definitely get a good enough fit utilising these features. But even with these, I still personally find that the mask slips with my phone inserted. I have to reset the mask on my face maybe every half hour. The fit for a flagship is also very snug. To get the S22 Ultra to sit nicely in the cradle, I have to slightly force it into place. Left to its own devices, it'll sit slightly on one end of the cradle on a slant. If you were to try this with any of the recent iPhone Pros or Maxes, which are wider phones than this device, I don't think they would fit at all. This therefore is a your mileage will vary situation, depending on the handset you would use with the DroneMask 2. So it's worth being aware of the weight and fit challenges ahead of purchase. For me, these challenges are easily overcome or overlooked though, and the visual impressions when you put the DroneMask 2 on are a big reason as to why. Because this lens on the DroneMask 2 is impressive.
If you hold your phone about this close to your face and try to focus on it, the only way you are achieving that is with extreme eye strain. But that is exactly how far away from your face your phone sits in the DroneMask 2.
Not only is the image in focus with zero eye strain, it is crystal clear and feels like you have the highest quality 100-inch plus mega screen in front of you. As this design is an enclosed chamber, sound direct from the phone's speakers is amplified and given depth, and is incredibly easy to hear, even at low volumes. I thought input would be a problem once the mask is on, and while I'm not sure if what I'm about to show you was the intended design, it actually works really well. There are neoprene-covered gaps at either side of the mask that you can easily put a finger through to access your device's screen and navigate with ease. I was honestly immediately impressed with how good it is as a media consumption option. Blockbuster movies feel like a cinema experience. Your favourite YouTuber gets the cinema treatment, as do your favourite TV shows. But even as a relaxation sensory experience, it's great. Chill music with soft abstract images are readily available across the internet, and being able to cut off the outside world simply by putting this mask on, it helps to resettle my mind, and I can easily see use cases in broader spectrums. But this was sent to me as an immersive gaming headset for review. So, how good is it in that regard? Immediately, it is a touch more finicky than media consumption. Media you can set playing, put the mask on, and then just forget about it. To use the headset for mobile gaming, you will need to pair a Bluetooth or wired controller. Now this bit isn't a problem. It's easy, quick, and for a lot of folk already done. With apps like Console Launcher as well, navigating through every game on the device is the same as getting to one on any of the home consoles. The challenge comes when accessing in-game menus. A title like Farlight 84, an Android native battle royale, is super easy to navigate. It has full controller support built in, so menu navigation, aftermatch input, gameplay, settings adjustment, and basically everything else in-game is easy with a controller. And it's remappable, so this game gives an excellent experience in the DroneMask. But this is a game-by-game scenario. Take Call of Duty Mobile, a game that I actually really like and enjoy playing with a controller. That game only utilizes controller input inside of gameplay. Menu navigation has to be done on the phone's touchscreen itself. Even a Bluetooth-connected mouse will not work in these menus. Add in the sheer quantity of pop-ups that this game has, sticking your fingers through the side to actually be able to play doesn't really feel worth it, even with the excellent big screen experience. Now there is, of course, cloud gaming. If you are lucky enough to live in one of the 32 out of 195 countries worldwide that has some form of cloud gaming service. This option sort of combines the two previously mentioned. But for the most part, a Bluetooth-connected mouse will assist here, allowing easier navigation of the phone and app to get into a game. Because cloud services such as GeForce Now offer AAA titles, once you're in a game, you are there for a session. Even in multiplayer titles like Destiny 2 or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, there are no challenges with playing because these games are fully designed with controller input fully integrated. Remote play is exceptional. This gives you full access to either your PlayStation, Xbox, or PC via an internet connection. PlayStation and Xbox give you the full console experience then, which is built for controller input anyway. Moonlight for connecting to your PC gives a serviceable experience, but it might be a case of launch the game first and then put the phone in the DroneMask. So yes, this experience can be affected by the game or service that you choose to play or utilize. But as long as you are playing something that has full controller support, visually, this might just be the second best gaming experience I've ever had, just behind VR. My PlayStation VR 2 has a theatre mode included, which offers a similar experience for my PlayStation 5 games. A giant flat screen in front of my eyes. However, this is a touch easier to set up and start playing with. The experience of gaming in the DroneMask 2 is hard to describe, in a similar vein to VR being hard to describe. With the aspect ratio of my phone, it feels like I have the biggest ultra-widescreen monitor on the planet that just so happens to run at 120 frames per second. It fills my entire field of vision really easily, with zero strain upon my eyes, and the rest of the world is completely blocked out. When using this headset, whatever I decide to play, I am fully immersed in that world. It is one of those experiences that, without having it yourself, it's hard to quantify. So let me say it this way. The DroneMask 2 is getting more use than my PlayStation Portal and PlayStation 5 off camera. The experience is just that good. My phone runs a massive multitude of titles across so many different platforms and generations. With options from emulation to native gaming and cloud gaming to remote play, the combination of this immersive mask and those experiences on my phone, paired with a controller, kind of feels like the ultimate gaming setup. But there are challenges to that title. This strap setup, for example. While it is comfortable, it isn't the most secure. The leatherette on the back of the straps here easily slips around on any amount of hair, and I've definitely got hair. I do, however, like the amount of padding in this section. It's comfortable on the back of my head. To get the headset on in the correct place to be able to see my phone screen, the elastic side straps need to sit over my ears, which then makes the use of things like wireless earbuds a lot more difficult, or even painful, as they're just being pushed further into my ears. The padding around the face of the mask is incredibly light. While it's not grossly uncomfortable, I do get indentations on my face after just 20 minutes of gameplay, something that I don't get in other VR/AR masks after an hour of play or use. Through their marketing material and conversations pre my receipt of the headset, glasses are meant to be easily and comfortably worn with this mask. While I can get the mask on with my glasses on, easily and comfortably are not words that I would use to describe the experience. Cumbersome, pressured, and painful is probably nearer the mark of my thoughts on that. That fantastically unique lens has a major drawback here. Google Cardboard offers mobile VR experiences, including games. But because of that unique lens, you just end up with two images side by side in VR like this, rather than any form of actual VR content. The mask lens steams up really easily, both inside and out, so you could be regularly stopping to wipe it down with that microfiber cloth. And then, possibly most importantly, there is the cost. This headset costs $179 US. That is $179 for a mobile phone accessory. To put some perspective on that, for the same price, you could buy both a set of wireless earbuds and a new controller to use with your phone, and maybe even have some money left over for games. For $100 more, you can get an actual standalone VR headset in the Meta Quest 2. You can even buy a complete additional phone, a controller, and a controller clip for this much money. Or I could put 2 weeks worth of food on my table. As I hope you're starting to see, $179 is a heck of a lot of money. And I would happily pay that to use this headset for gaming. Now don't get me wrong, the general design and build quality is worthy of such a price tag on its own. There's some very thoughtful and useful design here. This adjustable casing to bring your phone into better focus is a superb addition, and the incredibly sturdy construction is very welcome with such a premium price tag. That unique and fantastic lens is other level awesome and is a big part of my love for the accessory. But it is the gaming experience that truly elevates this accessory to a worthwhile purchase in my eyes. Like VR, it's very hard to justify to others when they haven't experienced it. The immersion, the sensations, the joy that it brings just by ensuring that the game is all there is. There are no real-world distractions. Because your phone is locked in the front of this headset, notifications will have to wait until you finish gaming. The game is perceptibly massive and super high quality, and all of this gaming elevation is from one little accessory. I personally can recommend this product, if you have the spare money to spend upon it. Let's not make any bones here. It is still expensive, and many people are struggling to keep a roof over their head. This, therefore, isn't an easy or frivolous purchase. It has to be weighed against your life, and as much as I love the experience of this DroneMask 2, I couldn't afford to buy it myself at this moment in time if it hadn't been sent to me for review. And that's a shame. I love mobile gaming. I love that right now, especially in places like Europe or the US, mobile gaming is probably the most versatile platform. I can play PlayStation and Xbox current-gen titles via remote play, some even via cloud play. Cloud gaming of PC titles is totally possible, as is full cloud PC usage. Native games look and play like full-blown console titles, and there are even native ports of games like Dead Cells, Sky, Children of the Light, and Bright Memory. Emulation of previous-gen hardware is easy, even down to some older Windows PCs, opening up titles like Might of Magic 7, Ultimate Spider-Man, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, and even the niche things like KS and Kickin'. Also, Switch emulation, anybody? This mask elevates all of those gaming experiences to another immersive level. It heightens every single moment, and I've already got far more use out of this mask than the PlayStation Portal, which costs $20 more, and I've had for 3 months longer. So, a DroneMask as an immersive gaming headset. It's not what I was expecting when DroneMask reached out to me, but I'm sure glad they did. I've had an amazing experience with this mask, and I will continue to, long after this video is published. I can wholeheartedly recommend this product. It surprised me in so many positive ways, and while there are negatives that I hope DroneMask address for future iterations and models, those negatives do not detract from the positives for me right now. I'm having a great time playing any game I want, outside of VR, in a completely immersive environment. And the passive entertainment like YouTube movies and television shows get that same immersive treatment. Yes, it is expensive. That I cannot shy away from. But I do honestly think it is worth the cost as a mobile phone gaming accessory. This video was produced after 2 weeks testing a review unit of the DroneMask 2 supplied by DroneMask themselves. DroneMask supplied the headset and an affiliate link in the description box that, if you purchase via, does help to financially support this channel directly. No financial payment was offered or given for this review, and no early preview or copy approval was given to DroneMask prior to publication. All thoughts and views contained within are those of Dorgon based on 2 weeks of testing. And if you've enjoyed this video, I think this one might also whet your fancy. In the meantime, thank you so much for your viewership, have yourself a fantastic day, and until next time folks, take care.